everyone. It's my pleasure today to be talking to the Sri Lankans, then Southeast Asian countries, educators, and then Indians. We are all together on the same platform today. And that is the international integration, because educators, they are one. They cannot be divided into the boundaries, geographical boundaries, or any other kind of boundaries. First of all, I will like to say thanks to Mr. Kamal Goda, because he's the person who has taken this vow that he is going to make all the educators come together and exchange their knowledge with each other. And then we have got other distinguished guests today here for a wonderful topic, which is a 21st century topic, and it is aligned with the new education policy also. So first, I would like to welcome our esteemed guest. They are very senior, and I say pranam to them again. So, first of all, I'm going to talk about Mr. Ravi Shankar Narayan Swamy, ex-Central Bank of India. He served almost for 40 years in the industry in the different capacities. Operational expertise in retail banking department. He's having that expertise, as I told you, he's a very senior person and lots of experience goes with that. He worked with foreign exchange department also, and his development of core banking system. So this is what he's having expertise in, and operational expertise in digital clearing house, experience in rural and urban banking system. So these are the great achievements which he has given to the people, to the country. And then next in the line, I'm going to introduce Mr. Ashok D. Wadekar. He's also having 40 years of rich and diversified experience in Indian banking industry. He retired from Central Bank of India with proven ability to own and manage multiple portfolios, that is agri, finance, MSME, corporate lending, microfinance, vigilance, regional rural bank operations, complex policy execution, corporate projection, provident fund, staff terminal benefits department, functional accounting, system development, fiscal management and financial reporting, proven record of developing and implementing financial and operational controls that improved P&L status and achieved corporate goals significantly. So it is my privilege that I have talked about their experiences. And with this experience, all of us, we have come to know about financial literacy on its own. And now next, I'm going to introduce Mr. Neeraj Puri, because Mr. Neeraj Puri, he's a dynamic principal. He's from Punjab, and he is doing a lot of contribution to the education. He is the CBSE master trainer. He has published many papers on educational topics, and otherwise also he's contributing a lot to the India's scenario of education, and now he's attached with the Southeast Asian countries also. So we have got such a wonderful team today. As I told you, our senior people will give us knowledge about the financial things. And then Mr. Neeraj Puri, who is himself a name in the educational industry, he is going to integrate that great knowledge with the school education. So that's how we can start our discussion today. And then I will request Mr. Neeraj Puri to just talk about the importance of financial literacy in the school education, right from the induction level. That is from very small children like nursery or maybe KG or first standard. And I'm not joking. This is the fact. So kindly just give us knowledge about the financial literacy and its integration in the school. Thank you very much.
Swadeshya Pradesha Va Atithi Namaskaram. So this is Neeraj Mohanpuri wishing all Namaskar from India. Thank you very much, Rashmi ma'am, for such an inflated introduction. I feel in this galaxy of intellectuals, perhaps I'm the youngest on the board, and so kind of you for allowing me to express my opinion and to open the stage and to set the tone for the day. At the onset, I would love to congratulate Sudhakar sir as well as Kamal Goda sir for taking such a wonderful initiative. Knowledge is like what we can maximum disseminate. It is rightly said that the more you spread the knowledge, it gets multiplied. So let us take it on. When we talk about financial literacy, first and foremost thing is we must understand what exactly the financial literacy means. It is something, an information or a knowledge and an understanding about the financial concepts. To put it in a very lucid and simple way, understanding what are savings. First, like starting, you must understand what is income, then what are expenditures, what is saving, how investment is to be done, how we make the budgets. So small financial interventions or terms. With the changing time, even if we take into consideration new education policy, it emphasizes that the students should not be the crammers. They should not be the people who do a rote memorization. Rather, there is a transition. We have stepped into a phase where the skill and vocational education along with the academics has to go hand in hand. In CBSE, there is a provision for so many skill subjects right from 6th onwards, that is from middle school till senior secondary school. Now, to put it on record, last year we introduced financial literacy for our middle wing students from grade 6, 7th, and 8th, and I take the proud and honor that entire year I have been teaching these classes personally, 2 lectures per day on financial literacy, which covered in length and breadth, talking about the terms which I recently used, that what exactly finance is, introducing K-12 students, making them understand that right from barter system, how the money got into the evolution of money, then why saving is important, how saving could be made, what is the difference in saving and investments, what are the conventional sources of investments, and what are the modern means and modes of investment. It is very important that these youngsters are right from the childhood instill the value of saving and investment. Now, it encompasses, when we talk about it, it encompasses various aspects, as I said earlier, like borrowing, saving, investing, debt management, funds management. Everything is part and parcel of financial literacy. So technically, financial literacy to K-12 children is really crucial as it equips them with the essential skills and the knowledge to navigate the complex world of this financial responsibility. Being a principal and an educator at schools, I have realized that these youngsters, they lack somewhere the sense of responsibility and accountability. If I run down my memory lane, and you all will agree with me that our parents, they were very, very particular. Even if we were given 1 rupee, a proper record was asked and we were accountable that where that 1 rupee has been spent and where is the balance. Whereas if we consider this 21st century Gen Z kids, they are least bothered. They do not respect the value of time and money, which are most important resources. They are so reckless, so careless that even if we talk about, they are not taking care of their books, their notebooks, their textbooks. Sometimes, like, I'm blown away that if after the assessment gets over, they will leave their books and copies maybe in an examination center. So this shows that how much they are valuing the resources. So it is essential that right from childhood, we start inculcating this value, that how to earn money as well as how to conserve money and then how to multiply the money. So one reason why financial literacy is important for the K-12 children, it is that it set them on the path of financial independence and stability in their adulthood. By instilling the good financial early habits at the earliest stage, children learn the value of money, as I quoted, and how to manage it effectively. So as they grow older, their own finances, their control, avoiding the pitfalls such as overspending and debt accumulation. This are the traits which they will learn right from the childhood. So financial literacy will also empower children to take informed financial decisions so that they do not fail in future. As they have learned about the concept of budgeting right from the childhood, like in schools, we can do some activities in the form of mock markets, where we can make students divide in two groups, someone as a buyers and others as a vendors. So through fake money, they will plan their budgeting. They will learn that how the budget is to be prepared, how the money exchange, how trading takes place, how much money they have spent, how much money they will get in return. So these ways, small monetary concepts can be introduced to them through a play way and through a role play method, which will definitely make them a learned citizens. This knowledge will help them to plan for the major expenses such as education, buying a car, purchasing their mobile or home, ensuring they are financially prepared for their life milestones. If we talk about overseas, like the difference in India, children, even after their marriage, they are dependent on the parents for several needs. Whereas if we talk about the children overseas, right from the moment the child steps into their secondary education or high school, the parents make them independent. They understand that they have to self-finance their study. They start understanding that how much I can, what would be my budget, how much are my earnings. They are very realistic, very pragmatic in their approach. They know that my EMIs have to be paid by me. Therefore, teaching financial literacy at K-12 education fosters a sense of responsibility and accountability, which I really want to emphasize time and again, being always enveloped with the students of up to 18 years in the school. Because if this value is not inculcated right from this childhood at this level, the children will grow up as careless and you can say irrational investors and irrational in their behavior. This will lead to the great self-reliance as well as confidence in managing their own money, reducing the dependence on the parents. So one way to teach the financial literacy to K-12 children is through experiential learning. The recently examples I have quoted, programs like junior achievement programs, classroom simulation provides hands-on experience to the students about the real life and real world financial world, which make them a good decision makers in a protected and safe environment. The interactive activities will help reinforce the financial concepts and skills, making learning engaging and effective for all these children. So in addition to practical skills, financial literacy is also encompassing the development of critical thinking, which is again one of the important 21st century skills: problem solving, decision making, becoming a leader, and taking the responsibility and ownership of their own, of their decisions, of their choices, which is very, very important. The critical thinking skills is invaluable in today's complex financial landscapes. So where individuals are bombarded with numerous financial products and services. So at times you will have to make a choice. So, when you know that this is my budget constraint, these are my financial limitations, so then I need to make right choices and informed decisions. Even Warren Buffett has rightly quoted, the best investment you can make is in yourself. So we should, make financial literacy as a mandatory subject in the schools, integrating it with other academic subjects. So by educating K-12 children, we are investing in the future success and their well-being, empowering children with the knowledge and this vital success to make them sound financial decision makers will not only benefit the students, this generation individually, but it will also contribute to the overall economic health and stability of the society. So I strongly recommend that there has to be synchronization and integration of financial literacy from K-12 schools level, and every school must introduce this skill subject. Thank you very much. So with this, I rest my words.
Thank you very much, Mr. Neeraj Puri. We have really learned a lot that how we can educate the children about finances at the school level. And here I want to add, in Mumbai, we have got one supermarket where we are having Kidzania. The name is the Kidzania, and where the children are going and they are staying there for the full day, and they have been given the currency also, that printed currency, not the real currency. And in that hall, they have got banks, they have got other shops and everything. And then they can learn in a playway method that how they can exchange money, they can invest money, or they can spend money. So that's why I said right from nursery and from the very beginning, we are going to teach them about financial literacy, and we are giving them activities and for making the budget. So that is also, we are doing in the schools. Thank you very much. Now I would like to invite Mr. Narayan Swami just to give the knowledge from the ocean which he is having about financial literacy. Thank you very much, sir.
Madam, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Can you hear me, madam?
Anupama?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now we can hear.
So earlier speaker's name I forgot. Can you correct me? Mr. Suri or
Mr. Puri.
Puri? Yeah. So good evening to everybody, and thanks for giving an opportunity to speak on the financial literacy. Before that, coming to the topic, I like to say that there was an amendment act in the Constitution 86 Amendment Act saying that Article 21 says that every children should be educated free of cost from 6 to 14 years. Another thing, and thank Nirmala Sitharaman, our finance minister, in the month of February, she came out very strongly that banking should be one of the core subject for the school from 6 to 12 standard. And it's a very welcoming factor also. And I take opportunity and thank Mr. Ashok Wadekar giving me opportunity, who was my mentor also, at the same time who guides me also. And thank to you, madam, and others for welcoming me to the platform. So what is financial literacy? So literate, one should literate itself, one to educate oneself. So financial literacy is one of the most financial aspect one has to learn. Then should start from the young age. What is literacy is? It's a combination of financial awareness, knowledge, skill, attitude, and behavior necessary to make sound financial decision, ultimately achieve the individual financial well-being. What it says, literacy is important for every individual, irrespective of their gender, caste, class, or any other social determinant. So we start with financial. Who makes the financial decision? What youngsters should know? See, what we have seen the 40 years back, when I went to the banking industry first time, the question was asked me in the interview was, what is about savings bank account? That time we were not aware of much about it, nor we were operating any of the account system. Now, with the changing in the era and changing in the environment and thinking and education pattern, the younger generation has become lot very intelligent. Not only they operate the mobile banking or internet banking or GPay and everything, they also know what they want to do. But there are still the class of people behind us. Only hardly 27% are there. There are people who does lack all this knowledge. And this should be started at the early age. Catch them young, what they say that. When you catch them young, what you have to taught? What is meant by piggy bank? First thing, why piggy bank is there? That earlier days we used to put 2 rupees coin, 5 rupees coin and save the money. That money we use it for our own entertainment. Now the wants or needs are different. As the wants, economics says that as the want goes, the money demands also goes up. So we should start from the young age, catch them young and teach what it is. So I rather prefer the after 6 years old, the child can understand what is the bank, what is money, what is the value of money, from where the money came from, how the money's name was told. Second thing, how the trade was taking place, why the trade was started. Then how the banking industry came after the money coming into the circulation. And who are the regulatory authority? What are the things, the deposits, what are the schemes we have in the banking industries? This should be being inculcated into them. And what is meant by saving? What is meant by spending? What is meant by investment? See, there are multiple roles for this. See, only money decision, who is controls the factors? Your thought. See, when you give a child a 10 rupees and ask them to spend, he doesn't know what to do with it. He'll go what he likes, he'll purchase. But does he knows where he is spending? Does he know where he can control the money? Does he know where to put? So this has to be inculcated to them. See the value of money. It's a time value. This is the most important. Once you teach them, boss, this is hard-earned money, how to spend on it. And you should know your choices. You should know your demand. You should know where to put yourself and what life behind this. When you grow up, what your needs are. You should be taught the value of your life and your investments. This is every duty of parents to teach the children how to use the money value and put them. There's, as such, Puri has said that in UK, once the boy goes in the adolescent age, they are left independent. But India is not that way. India is a protected country where the father-mother shadow always plays the greater part. Later stage, it is a different issue. But either stage, we always depend on them. So we have to inculcate the habit right from the childhood days. What is meant by banking is, why we spend, what is the education we have put money. So once you start teaching them savings account, what is my there? Recently, I've been to one place, and earlier the ICICI Bank or our bank, by PSU sector bank, used to have a demonstration of a small banking industry for the kids to make a habit saving habit. This should be taught, and you should be brought into the picture. Okay, this is another part. Second part, what the sixth or seventh standard they are getting mature. Once they know the value of money, then the question of what are the things bank gives the opportunity to learn, where you have to money, how the money increases, what is the rate of interest, from where you get the interest, and how it helps you to develop and multiply your money. Second thing, apart from the banking industry, and what are the other things the product bank gives to you? The education loan. When you grow up, you get education loan. How to make best out of it for abroad, for domestic also. This can be taught in the when the boy grows up at age and so that he can build his own career, which line he wants to go, whether he want to go foreign study or whether he want to stay in the domestic way, or without hurting the father's finance. Be independent and pay it off after 2 years. This is the most important thing, and every children should understand how the parents suffer for the development of the children. And when you build up this from the school days, the responsibility grows up. Apart from that, once you know the banking, and they can, if you want to start a business, what are the products the bank gives to become an individual entrepreneur, so that where they can best, because government has come with various schemes. And what is the importance of these schemes? Second thing, apart from borrowing, there's an insurance factor also, which bank is playing major role. Earlier it was not there. Today it is inculcated to the banking stream, so that their life is protected. There are various schemes of insurance, like life insurance and financial insurance, fire insurance, so many things, burglary insurance. So they can cater, the insurance companies catering a different product to the individual needs. That can be inculcated to them, so that tomorrow they take care of their own life. Second thing, retirement benefit. See, every bank, we are lucky we are getting pension. Nowadays, the pension is also stopped. It's a national pension scheme has been started. So, how to invest for your future? Once a boy goes up to 12th, he can think in which sector he have to invest, which scheme he has to invest, so that his future is get at the age of 30 only it starts. So that by the time they get the experience in the field of working experience, they can take the product, which product is helpful to them in future. That will take care of that not only the family, to individual also, and hospitalization also. Madam, can you, I can see you. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Second thing, so promoting financial independence may equip them with knowledge about banking, budgeting, and managing credit. Then enhance career readiness. Which career you want to do? When you grow up, by the time you grow up and when you start working, means inculcating the job after 11th or 12th, they can do a small job, summer vacation job, small job, where they, whatever the income they are getting, they should know 50%, 20%, what the needs are first, and according to that, they can save to the pocket expenses, which will be helpful for them in education pattern. That also can be taught to them also. So I conclude this in a short way, madam. I rest my case.
Thank you very much, sir. Actually, I was thinking that I won't be able to understand a word of finance because uh, I'm from a science background,
Yeah, I saw that.
educational background, and I have seen your experience, but you have made it so simple that I could really understand each and everything. And then maybe I'll be able to give guidance to the school teachers and to the children that how they have to just handle the literacy at this level.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. It was
Thank
very wonderful. So much simplified. I don't know how you simplified it for us.
Thank you very much for that thing.
And now I'd like to invite Mr. Wadikar because Narayan Swami sir has told us that he's the mentor for him. So I would like to invite him for this, and even Narayan Swami sir, you can invite him as your senior in your own way, sir. That will be better.
Sorry, I unmuted that. Vadekar ji, you're there? Sir, I think should I call on him, call upon him, madam?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And in the meantime, I want to
I
talk.
hope-
Yes, sir.
I want to say that I hope I was very clear in my topic. I think so, madam.
Yes, sir. Definitely, we could understand it. It was so simple.
Yeah, I
And
want to make it simple because I saw your background and coming down. So I was thinking how to put myself in the platform where it should be reachable to the person. I can be technical. I don't want to be.
that's right, sir. That's right. Thank you so much, sir. So before Mr. Wadikar comes here,
Yeah, I'm just calling him. Just a minute.
okay. So I just have seen that Mr. Sudhakar Singh is also there from DKIF. In the beginning, I did not see him, and I give him all the credit that he's just doing so much of educational work in India, and now with the alliance with Sri Lanka and with Kamal Ghoda sir, he is doing wonders. I welcome him in the conference this today, and I'll be just inviting him for his expert comments. Thank you very much, Sudhakar sir. I welcome you here, sir.
No, ma'am.
Yes, sir, I didn't see you in the
Good,
beginning, sir. And it is
good evening, everybody. And actually, I just, came back to my home after having a long trip to Greater Noida. So I would not like to come in the camera because I might be looking tired.
so you
So
are
that
not.
won't give positive this thing. But yes, I have been listening to all, uh, uh, I should say, grand speakers, and the way Mr. Ravi Shankar sir explained about financial literacy at early age, and also he gave references to the finance ministry, um, Nirmala Sitaraman madam and others, and he spoke all these words in so simple manner and so clear that even a lay person like me could understand it. So thank you very much, Ravi Shankar sir, and I think that I feel honored and privileged to have heard you and your expertise onto this, your experience. In fact, what I feel is that at this stage of age, I think you people and people like you are the real assets of not only India, rather the world. And what I feel, I always feel this, that the assets like these, uh, who are reservoir of talents in their respective fields, it is in fact leaking. They are not being utilized in a proper manner by our government or by our society. And there should be some arrangement like that, so that all these this vast sea of experiences could be utilized by the society. So I'm really grateful to Ravi Shankar sir. I also heard Mr. Puri, who is really dynamic educator, more than a principal, I think. And the way he explains, because this is the third time I am hearing him on this stage, and he is always ready uh, to come and give his valuable, insightful uh, words, and the knowledge that he shares is really commendable. I would also like to thank Rasmi ma'am, the way she is moderating the session. That is really superb, and I have always been her fan. So I'm really grateful to her as well. And I can see Anupam ma'am. This is the first time I can see her, and the way she is coordinating this is really tremendous. So my gratitude to you, all of you. Thank you so much, and please continue, Rashmi ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. So just to add on what Mr. Puri and Ravi Shankar sir already explained, but what we did is like around 10 years back when CBSE started with the vocational education,
Yes, yes,
then on banking and insurance, we have developed basically content for 9 to 12 standard kids on banking and insurance, and I was pretty much instrumental in this whole project. So that time it was really a fun designing the program for the school kids. I think it was the initial years when vocational education just started. And for reference, we were having only one book from NISM. SEBI has developed this pocket money. So there are few chapters into that. And designing banking and insurance is really a tough job. But now again, we got the mandate of developing banking specifically content for 6 to 12 standard kids on a simplified version. But the objective is to compete with the IBPS students. So they can directly sit on the front desk. Basically, that's the objective of us. So we have started this project, we being the committee member of CBSE Board for Vocational Education. So it's really challenging, but very interesting project currently we are working on.
What is your biodata? You just tell me that.
Ma'am, actually, it's not much. I think I'm pretty young till now. So I have done MBA in finance, then joined one corporate on the financial training program called Corporate Bridge. After that, I have worked with Bombay Stock Exchange for 5 years as a content head for financial training programs. Then I worked with BFSI Sector Skill Council for their basically lead of quality and standards. So basically design job roles and qualification paths for the Sector Skill Council. After that, I have started my own consultancy where trying to help the schools, teachers, and other corporates on financial training programs and other areas. And recently instrumental in the CBSE project. And we have set up an NGO called Peace Welfare Foundation, where we trying to do some livelihood and educational programs. And I think in future, you all will be my as part of that. Like you need to run that organization, you need to do all those programs for us. So that is my background, where I came from. And financial literacy is really a close to my heart program. When I started for the schools, after starting my consultancy, it is like we have trained around 15,000 teachers in a year in Maharashtra itself. So that is how it's been started. Now we design programs for students also. So it's a great journey till now.
So now this, subject which is introduced from 6th standard onwards till 12th standard.
Till 12th standard,
So,
yes.
is it a compulsory or it is optional subject?
It's a vocational subject. So school wise, who is taking what, depending upon that. Some schools may be going for financial market programs, some are going for banking. So it's depending upon the school. Like student can't select right now. School are giving them options. Because a school doesn't have the bandwidth to run all sector skill council programs. Like there are many sectors. In finance only, we have pretty much banking right now. Financial market is there. So that is how other sectors have health and insurance. I think health sector is there something. IT has a good program. So schools are looking at whoever is giving what options to students. That is how it is going on.
Sir, will he be able to contribute today? Ashok Wadikar, sir?
Sir, have you joined?
Otherwise, we'll have the open the question answer sessions.
Yes, yes.
So, what is the blame?
Ma'am, otherwise what we can do is like we can take a video from Ashok sir and we can add on this.
We'll add.
Please, am I audible?
No, sir. Again,
Yes.
Am I audible?
yes, sir. You are audible. I don't know how. Sir, if you could talk 1 or 2 lines, then.
Sir, kindly speak.
When I see the financial literacy is a very important subject from the childhood to old age, because there are, you might be doing this.
No, sir, it's breaking. So, sir, what we can do? I think there is some network issue from your side, maybe. So we can take this clip from separately from sir.
Can't say they were
No, sir, we can't hear you properly.
financial trade. These are
Ashok sir, we can't hear you properly. So what we can do is we can take a video from your side separately and we can merge to this.
In editing,
Yeah.
we will do that. And now we'll ask the audience for the open house. They can ask questions
Yes.
about the financial literacy. So everybody is welcome. I can see many participants today. So kindly.
should I make my video and let
Sir, we'll take it separately. Sir,
Okay.
okay.
from the audience, if anybody has any queries, yeah.
Network traffic.
So the audience, the questions are open because financial literacy is something which is not, aligned.
A lot of people discuss the network problem is not allowing.
We can put off his we can mute him.
Yes, yes.
Anupam, we can mute him.
So actually, Ravi Shankar sir is here and he has handled so many portfolios in central banks. So sir, if you could just highlight to our teachers basically, what kind of investment options are there? Maybe some tips and tricks. Sir, you are muted. Sir, you are muted.
What are the options? I didn't get the exact question. What is that?
Sir, basically, if you could just brief about
Highlight.
the asset classes available for
Asset
investments.
classes in bank.
Yeah, so for teachers,
Yeah.
I think it will be a
This is
better
normal.
option to know.
Banking industry has or the same thing, the savings account, no frill account. That is called zero account without minimum balance. Zero balance also. They have come out off lately. Then you got FD account, RD account. Then there's a monthly interest scheme like one non-culpable and non-culpable. So non-culpable one is that MIDR, monthly interest scheme, quarterly interest deposit scheme, and MMDDC for the long term like 444 days. That type of schemes also we do have in the banking industry for the small investors. And school going, even nowadays they started encouraging the school children like from municipality and all to open a bank account because they get subsidy that will be credited to their account. Government has started off late for more than I think 5-7 years over. You have been in the finance line, you must be having idea about it. The banking they started introducing in public sector unit bank, especially. Any municipal school aided by the state government can open for account for the children because the CASA we call the savings account so multiplies. So they try to inculcate indirectly the habit of saving for the children. Once they mature, they can be handled by them at the age of 12. And that's another norm is also called KYC, know your customer. So what are the documents are necessary for the save opening a savings account? So these are the schemes you got. Then that's called borrowing, which you want a savings scheme account or you want to borrowing also, madam. Which one I explain about it?
Sir, basically, if you could just explain for the teachers, they are earning right now, so they can multiply their money.
Okay.
Okay, so apart from banking, also there are other asset classes.
Apart from banking, also you wanted other things.
Uh-huh,
Okay.
yes,
You have made my point very clear because I was sticking to the banking only.
yes.
See, one who is fear mongering that investment will be lost, it is better to go to the banking industry. As on today, the banking industry is the best rate of interest you get. Your IRR return is much higher than the what outside. Don't go to any other fixed deposit scheme of the private sectors. Rather than stick to the banking industry where you are covered, your deposits are insured by DIGC up to 5 lakhs rupees. You are safe. No, not in case of the private banks. Now private banks also coming to the same limelight. After the so many scams have been taken place, now RBI has started taking the initiative on being strict surveillance and has been taken, and norms have been issued. So it is better to stick to the public sector bank, and there are small finance bank like ASU and Shamra Vittal cooperative banks. They are also paying very good rate of interest for senior citizens and for youngsters also. The cooperative banks also developed very nicely with care by the government shield for CRR SLR. That is statutory liquidity ratio CRR. That deposit covers the insurance also. So today's banking risk is much safer than earlier times what we are facing. So I always say that goes to post office savings account, banking industry, because ultimately it comes to the banking industry only. See where the money is develops is a money multiplier. You put 2 rupees, it becomes 4 rupees. Your money is spent on someone else. On that return, you're getting something else. If you go other instrument like money instruments or multiplying the instruments, there's a mutual funds are there. There's a SIP system is there. Today the market is doing good because you're on your market investment. There are portfolios they say you have to choose a portfolio which is good, and you have to ask them. Because no person can guarantee your return in the long term. It is maximum the 5 years only because what is today is not tomorrow. But in banking industries, tomorrow is yours. Even it comes down, you are taken care of. So first safeguard your interest. I'll say go to the banking industry in the initial stage. When you earn some amount, then go for the other saving fund, retirement saving funds. Once you are 40s and 50s, you can take some risk by putting in the mutual funds and risk this one bonds. And there are so many things there. SBI bonds are very good, and ETF system is there. When you reach about 50, you are sure you are going to get certain return. But as you get older, it is better to invest in banking industry. As much you can take risk from 40 to 50 is the best time to take the risk matter. You can invest in the mutual funds because your returns within the 5 years will be much higher than what you can get. You can plan your savings tomorrow for your marriage, and even the government has come with so many schemes for daughters, for boys, for education, everything is so many. Government is trying to implement lot of schemes so that even the insurance also, because insurance up to 2 lakhs is covered. So even the poor to poor can reach to the banking industry and get that benefit. Because if the subject is so vast, one when start enter, it's very difficult to divulge from it. But
Yes,
each
but
bank has got its own schemes, but the normal scheme, the principle is same. What is the principle is that you know your bank, where you are nearby, and you understand your bank very nicely, where you want to. Don't get carried away by others' thought. What they are doing, they are getting a higher. Don't run after the higher rate of interest. Be simplified, and you get your returns whatever you invested.
So
You
how
don't need.
can we educate children about banking scams?
Yes, ma'am. First and the foremost thing, what is banking scam? See, first don't teach them because they'll learn that thing and rest all savings they'll forget. Because our children are more intelligent than us. So rather, I prefer what is the importance of saving tomorrow they can enjoy their life. What you didn't get today, you'll get tomorrow. It is like seeking a carrot and telling the rabbit to catch it. That's the we catch the man. Say that what is a banking is. What you sow the seed tomorrow, you'll reap the benefit. And why we should do it? Because every children, they must be having some beautiful ambition idea to come up in their life. And I find that more younger generation like municipal school and all that, people, very intelligent, bright students are there, but the opportunity is not there. And the parents should also simultaneously taught. Because I've seen the younger auto rickshaw students, boys, when you tell them what to do, once they start, whatever the father is doing the mistake, the child doesn't do that, they start investing. And today I've seen that children have stayed and done IT and they've gone abroad in Canada and stayed. Because we lack, we are the person responsible for them to teach them. So rather I'll catch them young. So you tell them what is the importance of saving. Take them to take a decision. What you want to spend, give them 1 rupee. Tell them to spend that 1 rupee. Today you'll spend 1 rupee. Tomorrow you'll spend 1 rupee. You'll get bored. Next day he'll think that I am spending unnecessarily what I had done for tomorrow. You ask him what you got, then return benefit. Then he'll start thinking, why I did this. I done the mistake. So he'll start thinking that after 80 rupees if I spend 20 paise I have to save. Once he starts, that habit he gets, and nobody can catch him. He is the foreign. So first and the foremost thing, give them and allow them to spend, and tell them to put in a piggy bank and see that how it goes, what the rate of interest is getting. He'll get surprised. Okay, tomorrow I've done this, I got this much. They'll start enjoying it. Instead of scolding them and what you're doing, instead of make them understand and tell them to spend first and tell them to invest in the piggy bank so that even the schools can have it. Hack them to spend, the parents to spend at least 1 rupee in a day to put in the big bank in the bank is this one. Once you start and a demonstration like demo banking system in school we can have. So at the corner and in a month they spend, and the year of that completion of that particular year they will return the money to them with the interest of 2% or 3%. They'll be the most happiest person. They'll start investing tomorrow. Unless until this banking, this is taught in the school only level, and making a a demo protocol type banking system in the banking in the school level, and others asking other experts to come and teach them what is the banking is, where you put the money, how they invest, then will come to me. Yes, madam. I think I'm not overreacting to it.
No, not at all, sir. Actually,
We are learning a lot.
listening you is always like getting some knowledge out of it, how to handle kids
You
and
can
all.
have it at the school level only. They're small in a year. So you ask them to put 1 rupee or 2 rupees. Ask them to spend. Because instead of outside one in-house only, if you start doing it, a small savings of a piggy bank type, and make the children to come and how it is done, then they'll start understanding the value of money. See, as a parents, whatever you say, it will be unheard, because they always say parent doesn't know anything. It's
Right.
always it's always the third person who can be a guide to them.
Yes, yes.
It's a nature of human being. अपनों से ज्यादा पराये से सुनते हैं.
Okay.
Once they start understanding you, then they become the best friend of yours. See, psychology, Indian psychology is something different. You give a free, that's no value. When you pay for it, it will have.
Sir, on this point, I will ask Mr. Kamal Ghoda that as sir has said that Indian mentality is different. How about Sri Lankan mentality, sir?
Madam, say, I will not mentality about the mentality. What is the mentality? I don't know what about
No, sir,
Sri
you
Lanka.
are right. We are
Sri Lanka is
parents,
also
sir.
like a Southeast Asia country. There are also people who want to learn. See, you go to, I've been to UK, I've been to this one. But UK is something different. They don't bother for you. They say that we don't care. We are happy with whatever we have. That children get spoiled. Because they don't know where to put, what to do. They're left alone, but they're not being taught. But Indians at least have, and Southeast Asia country especially, they are attached to our culture. They'll think what one should do. At least God fearing is there.
That's right, sir. Wonderful. This is what I wanted, that all these Southeast Asian countries, Sri Lanka and India, we all,
See, you go to Malaysia, Indonesia, I've been to Singapore,
culture.
I've been to Malaysia. See, I've seen them. See, that's a Rama, that's a, they see so many, whatever they call by name, that culture, that humanity is still live in our earth. Born, the smell of the earth when it rains, you enjoy the more in Southeast Asia. That flavor will never go away, madam. We are strong. Our Indians, especially Southeast Asia people, are very intelligent. That's why other countries are getting our labor.
Right, yes, very true. Rashmi ma'am, if Kamal Ghoda sir is present right now, he's available, or
Kamal Ghoda, sir. Sudhakar, sir. Sir, you can ask questions, and even our, audience, they can ask simple questions because we are from the school education. So our questions are going to be simple only.
For that, I think I've not hurt anybody's sentiments.
definitely.
So please, audience, and maybe on behalf of audience, Sudhakar sir may ask a question. It was
Question,
yes.
no, it is, it's very well explained, and I don't know how to save money actually. So, my wife always, complains about that. But what I have seen is that whenever I have desired some finances or funds, it has come to me. God has always been kind to me, and He has given more than I have deserved. So, what I feel is that now the things are different nowadays. कि अब क्या है कि I heard somebody saying कि पहले होता था कि जितना खर्चा है उतनी चादर जो है आप बिछाओ ओढ़ो, लेकिन अब ये हो गया है कि भैया जितना खर्चा हो रहा है तो अपना चादर का जो है वो लंबाई बढ़ा दो.
बढ़ा दो.
Right. Yes. So the things are reversed now. And what I have seen is that, yes, the quality of a standard living has gone up. And today's generation is quite smart, what I have seen. And this is the era when you see, everybody is, buying their homes, buying their cars and all, and they are maintaining that. They are balancing that. Uh, uh, but it was reverse earlier. If I think about my parents and all, so what I have seen that they have always been, trying to escape those desires which they have been wanting. But now what I feel is that the way they are now living their life, they should have lived in their, Jawani ke samay mein. This is what I would like to say when they were younger. So I asked my mother कि अब क्या हो गया है कि you don't care about all that. तो she says कि पहले हमें करना चाहिए था. तो ये सब कुछ जो है जो यंग जनरेशन है वो इवन जो हमारी ओल्डर जनरेशन है उसको इंस्पायर कर रही है. एंड यू सी देयर वे ऑफ लिविंग हैज चेंज्ड. See, I think that Maharashtra is quite advanced in this matter because I used to see when I was in Aurangabad, Maharashtra, my father was posted there. So I used to see, even the elder people going to movie, not missing that. But yes, but that was not the case here. If we talk about northeastern areas of India, there we used to have very conservative kind of nature and all. But now the things are changing there again. There also, even what I find is that my mother goes through YouTube. She goes on Facebook. So the social media has also got its role.
That's
So this
possible.
has also affected, the way people are spending now and balancing all of the things there. So this is a small observation that I could make and I could share here. Otherwise, I'm zero at the finances. So thank you so much.
Sir, you are zero and zero के आगे कुछ भी लगा देते हैं तो वो बहुत बड़ी रकम बन जाती है. So it's a very humble, statement which you have given. And now I can see so many people here. Why they are not asking questions? Like, who is there? And
Amisha, Rashmi, Janika, anybody, like if you have any queries, otherwise we'll
you can ask
close.
simple questions. We can unmute them. Can you unmute yourself? Nirupama, are you there?
I think
I think
session was cleared all the doubts itself.
so I will say now that this financial literacy, it is a new subject. And I am also a very senior educator. So now only after the pandemic, I have seen that this subject is introduced in a very serious manner by CBC. And now we have had so much of discussion today with our great speakers, and then we came to know that the banking, saving, and investing these things have become very important because the money has become important. In the past, it was not that, not having that much value. But now, without money, we cannot do anything. And now the people and the Indian students and youngsters, they are, whether they are in India or they are abroad, they are buying the properties and they are having the saving in their banks. So I will say that if this subject is introduced in a proper way, then not only the Indians but other countries also, the students will learn that how to save the money and do the investment for rainy day and all that. So I think it is the right subject which is introduced from 6th standard onwards. And I want to thank our speakers. Sir is there. So, sir, thank you so much. You have given us so much of knowledge. And even Sudhakar, sir, has done the discussions with you, Mr. Swami. And that we have learned a lot from that because discussions are always, clearing the doubts. And then Anupama, she has also contributed to this discussion. And unfortunately, we could not hear Mr. Ashok Wadekar, but we'll try to introduce his video in that. So I think as I've done it, this financial literacy webinar for the first time. And in, I think our CBSE and Navodaya Vidyalayas also, this topic is not yet discussed as webinar. So I want to say thanks to Mr. Kamal Gowda and to Mr. Sudhakar and to Mr. Swami and to Mr. Wadekar and Anupama ji and our audience who has given, so much listening to this. And let's try that in future this becomes a very good topic and it should help the people that how to do the right investment in banking. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you.